Hey everyone, my name is Julia. I'm a physical therapist at Potentia Therapeutics, and I'm here to show you a dynamic warm-up for rock climbing today. So the first thing I want you to do is check in with your body and see if you're coming into the climbing gym or to the crag today with any pain or tightness going on. And the first thing you want to do before you even start warming up is take care of that by doing some foam rolling or using a lacrosse ball. Then start your dynamic stretches. So some of the things you may need to do these: you can use a dowel, you can use a stretchy TheraBand, or you can just use a piece of rope that you find at the gym. We're going to use these for a shoulder warm-up later. But first, let's start with warming up your hips and your legs. We're going to do 20 dynamic stretches. We're going to start by pulling your knee into your chest. And you want to make these kind of a moderate pace. You don't want to hold it for too long. So we're going to do 20 total. Ready? The next one we're going to do is a quad stretch. So kind of the same pace, you're just going to pull your foot up towards your backside. Next, we're going to do 20 leg swings. You may want to hold on to something for this. You can hold on to the wall or hold on to a hold. Start them small and then increase your range of motion as you progress through them. We're going to do 20 total on each side. Switch to the other side. Awesome. Next, we're going to do our shoulder work, so grab your dowel, your band, or your piece of rope. So we're going to do 10 of these. You're going to lift it all the way up, bring it back as far as you can, bring it down. That's 2. 3, keep your core tight so you don't arch your back. 4, 5, 6. Awesome. I'll show the next one with a band. So now you're going to hold it about the same width that you had it before, but now you're going to bend your elbows and lower it behind your head. We're going to do 10. Keep the core tight. Awesome. We're going to move down to the floor onto the mat for the next 2 exercises. For the first one here, you're going to start in hands and knees position. Get your hips right over your knees and your shoulders right over your hands. And we're going to do a spinal twist. So you're going to open one of the arms up toward the ceiling, twist through the spine, rotate, look up, and then you're going to dive this hand through. We're going to thread the needle, lay the head down, give it a good stretch. Don't stay there for too long. We're going to do 10 on each side. got 2 more. This is 9. And this is the last one on this side. Go ahead and switch sides and we'll do 10 on the other side. Great, that was 10. The last exercise we're going to do in this section is going to be a child's pose, and we're going to jump into a plank position. So if you don't know what a child's pose is, you're going to start in hands and knees position, bring the feet together and the knees apart, and you're going to sit your hips down onto your feet and stretch your hands out in front of you. From here, for this one, I want you to tuck your toes like you're about to jump. Widen the hands a little bit, and then you're going to push off of your feet, spring into a plank. And then reach your hips back again, sit back down, jump into a plank. We're gonna do 10. That was already 2. Keep going till 10. Great, that finishes up this section of the dynamic warm-up. The next section of our dynamic warm-up for climbing is gonna be all about the wrists and hand. So we're gonna do 4 different exercises and we're gonna do 20 reps of each. So the first one you're gonna start with, I call these cat hands. You're gonna make a fist, bend the wrists and squeeze the elbows and the wrists in towards you, and then like you're pushing something away. And think about pulling your fingertips up towards your face. We're gonna do 20. Try angling it in different directions. Great. Next we're gonna do 20 wrist circles, which is exactly what it sounds like. Circle your wrists in one direction for 10. And then reverse it for 10. Next, we're gonna do something called tendon glide. So we're gonna glide the tendons of the hands in their sheaths so that they move nice and smoothly and they don't get stuck anywhere. So you're gonna start by bringing your fingertips down to your palms and think about rolling the fingers up one joint at a time. So the first knuckle comes up, the second knuckle comes up, and then the fingertips extend. And then you're gonna bring it back down with flat fingers all the way down. And we're gonna do 20 of these. Next, you're gonna stay on the ground, and if this is accessible to you, you're gonna come up onto hands and knees and face the fingertips towards you. From here, put a little pressure into the fingertips, and you're gonna reach back. Pull your body back for a big stretch in the forearms. We're gonna do 20. Just rock back 20 times. Nice and slow and controlled. That's 3. If this range of motion isn't something that's accessible to you, you can point the fingers straight forward, bring them a little closer to your body, and you're gonna, again, claw the fingertips, push into the fingertips a little bit, and then shift forward for a stretch in the forearms. Awesome. So now that you've done 20 of whichever one feels appropriate for you, the next thing I'd like you to do is do 5 to 10 minutes of cardio exercise. So that could be running, riding the bike, it could be doing agility drills, it could be doing a bunch of burpees, whatever you feel like you can do today, but the goal is to make sure that all of your extremities are nice and warm and that you break a little bit of a sweat, and that means that you're getting enough oxygen to your muscles. After you do your 5 to 10 minutes of cardio, then you do your sport-specific warm-up. So at that point, you're gonna get onto the climbing wall and start with really easy routes and just focus on positioning your body correctly, using your muscles correctly, and focusing on your technique. That concludes our dynamic warm-up for rock climbing. Thank you for joining me today and have a great session.